ARMY has truly been holding their breath for these past few days. At first, the circulating rumors seemed like ordinary speculation, until the situation heated up and spiraled completely out of control. Millions of eyes were fixed on Taehyung and Jungkook, waiting for clarity. Many assumed this would end badly, but as it turns out, the secret behind all this uproar actually reveals something that gives you goosebumps. And believe it or not, the real response lies in a tiny detail that completely escaped almost everyone's attention. Hello K-pop lovers! Welcome back to the Taekook Diary channel, the place where we share heartwarming moments and fascinating stories about Taehyung and Jungkook that always make ARMY lose their focus. If you have been following the timeline lately, you know how explosive the atmosphere has been across social media. It started from a seemingly ordinary discussion among fans. A few short clips, edited photos, and wild theories suddenly went viral overnight. Initially, many ARMYs thought this was just casual chatter that normally happens in our fandom. But somehow, this conversation spread rapidly like a snowball, getting bigger and bigger. Suddenly, it wasn't just ARMY talking about Taehyung and Jungkook, but also international media. The timeline was filled with intense debates and piquing curiosity. Everyone started analyzing every video frame and past interaction to figure out what was going on. The atmosphere was undeniably and incredibly tense. Honestly, many of us felt deeply anxious waiting to see what would happen next. Furthermore, the agency's silence only made the rumors run wilder. But, is it actually true that a massive secret is being hidden? That anxiety grew stronger when the circulating narratives began dragging the names of other BTS members. You know it yourself, BTS has an extraordinarily strong bond. Whenever one or two members are scrutinized, the names of Namjoon, Seokjin, Yoongi, Hoseok, and Jimin are inevitably pulled into the discussions. At this point, the question was no longer just about Taehyung and Jungkook, but whether HYBE would eventually speak up. Millions of ARMYs continuously refreshed their social media, anxiously waiting for an official confirmation. With every new notification, it felt like our hearts were about to drop. Many worried that these exaggerated rumors would destroy the privacy and comfort of our members. On the other hand, some parties were aggressively digging into the past. In the midst of all this dizzying chaos, a shocking report suddenly surfaced. News that HYBE finally gave a response began spreading, and the internet instantly exploded in panic. The report regarding HYBE's response immediately became the #1 trending topic across almost all platforms. The reactions that emerged from the general public were truly diverse. A lot of ARMYs felt incredibly relieved because there was finally clarity, but a few also felt shocked seeing how the situation was handled. Most people simply wanted to get to the core of it. What was the true meaning behind all these incidents? And where do Taehyung and Jungkook stand amidst this massive uproar? Interestingly, this situation opened many people's eyes to how a simple story can change drastically just by being repeatedly shared on the internet. Perfectly normal facts were suddenly spiced up to become dramatic and wild. But this is exactly where the most spine-chilling moments started happening. Instead of continuously discussing the controversy, the fandom's reaction took a sharp turn into something completely unexpected by anyone watching the drama. Yes, instead of getting consumed by the intentionally created drama, ARMY proved their true class. Slowly but surely, the conversations on social media began to shift directions. The hashtags that were once filled with sharp speculations about Taekook were suddenly replaced by sweet and massive support. Many fans started resharing those heartwarming moments of Taehyung and Jungkook's friendship that had been intertwined for years. We were all seemingly reminded of why we fell in love with these two incredible figures in the first place. Their relationship is not just cheap gossip material for the public to consume at will, but a sincere bond that has grown since they were teenagers. Old videos of them joking in the practice room, looking out for each other on stage, up to their emotional speeches, filled our feeds again. And what was touching, ARMY's focus broadened to give love to all BTS members. This rumor brought an unexpected effect. The effect I am talking about is how this initially negative situation strengthened the foundation of our fandom. While many outsiders might have hoped to see BTS stumble, the exact opposite happened. ARMY collectively reflected on the vital values the members have always taught us. Namjoon reminding us about communication, Seokjin telling us to focus on the positives, Yoongi repeatedly warning us about baseless assumptions. Then there is Hoseok with his bright optimism, Jimin with his deep care, and Taehyung and Jungkook who always genuinely show their deep love for us. We realized that loving them also means respecting their privacy and boundaries. This massive news uproar ultimately uncovered a huge secret that many people often forget. A beautiful secret about exactly why BTS has managed to stand firmly at the top of the global music industry for so many years, even when the harshest rumor storms continue to relentlessly strike against them. That big secret is actually just one very simple word: trust. Yes, mutual trust. All this time, the incredible relationship between BTS and ARMY, especially the genuine bond shared by Taehyung and Jungkook, was built not on rumors, but on mutual trust that has been tested by time. Millions of fans across the globe finally realized that we do not need to panic every time wild narratives are intentionally spread around. Why? Because Taehyung and Jungkook always show who they really are through their music, endless hard work, and consistent affection for the group. This moment felt like a hard slap to those trying to ruin the fandom's peace. Instead of falling apart, fans from different countries united to flood the internet with positive energy again. The atmosphere that was once so incredibly tense slowly turned warm and comforting. But honestly, after all of this has passed, there is still one very crucial thing that we must always remember. That important thing is, we must always be prepared that in the future, due to their massive popularity, stories like this might pop up again. We know very well that Taehyung and Jungkook are two of the most influential idols in the world right now. Whatever they do, whether it is a small interaction, a quick glance, or simply hanging out, will always attract a massive amount of attention. But now we are equipped with a much stronger mental resilience. Yesterday's news uproar successfully proved that no matter how loud the rumors get, they will never be able to tear down our true love and respect. ARMY's focus has now fully returned to their music, incredible achievements, and the thrilling projects waiting for us in the near future. The sweet dynamic between Taekook will always remain a beautiful story coloring BTS's long journey, not something exhausting to face. It feels like the most relieving ending to all that sudden panic yesterday. Finally, the storm has passed and we can go back to smiling while watching the togetherness of our beloved boys. The big secret behind the loud rumors yesterday was actually a test of how strong we truly are as a massive family. And thankfully, ARMY passed this test with flying colors. So, what do you guys think? When this rumor was at its absolute peak yesterday, what did you genuinely feel? Did you briefly join the panic, or were you confident from the start that everything was going to be perfectly fine? Share your honest thoughts in the comments down below. Let's chat and reminisce a bit about this crazy moment together. Also, please don't forget to tap that like button if you enjoyed our discussion today, and make sure you subscribe to the Taekook Diary channel so you won't miss out on other exciting stories about Taehyung, Jungkook, and the rest of BTS. Thank you for watching until the very end. See you in the next video and Borahi.